The Credit Card Act of 2009 protects minors by generally requiring anyone under 21 to have an adult cosigner, or if you're under 21, they must be able to show proof of independent income in order to get a credit card. So that right there lets you know people under 21 can get credit cards and they can have credit establishes, right? They simply need to show that they have independent income, or they have to have a cosigner who is above the age of 21. Yes, minors can have TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax profiles, but they're saying it typically happens when there's a stolen identity or something like that, or if they're added as an authorized user. That's typically. Yet there's other ways for minors to just qualify for lines of credit and for credit profiles. Now look at what it says on Experian when you see, does your child have a credit report? They say typically children, and that's typically, right? Typically they don't got their own credit reports. However, some may have it based on a few exceptions that say it could be basically you put them as an authorized user or identity theft or fraud on their hand. That's the quick answer. Yet there's other ways, because look at it. It tells you here you can take proactive steps to making sure they develop a credit history. But it says it in an indirect way, y'all. It says, unless you've taken proactive steps to help your young child develop a credit history, he or she most likely doesn't have a credit report. That's because credit reports are usually only created when you apply for and utilize credit products like loans and credit cards. So if there was a credit product, a loan product, a credit card, or anything extended on credit, an actual credit report could be created for the child. And it could be a lawful contract if the child is entered into that contract while being represented by their guardian or someone over the age of 21. And it says there's other situations that could result in the child having a credit report sooner, right? So you might as well contact them because it's a possibility that they could have it. But what we're saying here is, yes, authorized users are available. Yes, joint account holders are available. Yes, identity theft is possible. But also direct accounts are possible as well, because as they let you know, if the child can have evidence of independent income or has a cosigner, then they can get credit. A cosigner is not the same as having an authorized user. A cosigner is in a situation where the child is the primary person or primary party being extended that credit. So it just lets you know that children can have lines of credit established, and they can have credit profiles, especially when done intentionally and proactively. Just some more evidence. Minors under 18 generally can't get their own credit cards, and they must be added as authorized users. That says generally, so just know that there are exceptions. They can still get them. That's just the generality. Okay, it says some issuers require the children to be at least 13 years old, 15, or even 16, while some don't have any minimum requirement. Yet once 18, they can apply on their own. But they often need a cosigner or proof of income due to the CAR Act, or proof of income. Now, one way we are providing youth with proofs of income is this. See, in Love Nation, we have our accounting journal, and just by being a member of Love Nation, every man, woman, and child has access to annual credits. So if the child is a part of Love Nation and they're a newborn, they automatically receive $25,000 worth of income annually. If they're from the age of 1 through 7, they automatically receive $35,000 worth of income annually. If they're in the age between 8 through 12, that's $50,000 income annually. And if they're in the ages between 13 and 17, they get $100,000 annually. Now, this is issued in the form of love notes, love drafts and or love payment orders so they can draw down on their deposit account. Nevertheless, that is independent income. So by joining Love Nation and being a part of Love Nation, the child automatically establishes its independent income, and at the same time the parent could easily at any given moment co-sign for the lines of credit that we extend to youth.